Cheers.
Eyes.
Eyes.
Someone said, what are y'all? Okay, this first eyes.
Okay.
Someone was like, what are y'all doing when you say eyes, eyes, eyes? First of all, watch the YouTube. Get us some likes. Get us some views. Get us some subscribers. Because one thing I did not know is podcasting is expensive. Ooh, I feel like I was sucked into something I wasn't ready for. So please like, subscribe.
Yeah.
And you'll see what eyes, eyes, eyes is all about.
Yeah. Do they just not know because they're listening, or they don't know what eyes, eyes,
listening.
eyes is? Oh, okay.
So they're like, what are y'all doing?
Okay.
You should explain it.
Got it.
Watch the YouTube. So that we can afford more drinks. Welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, y'all.
Thank y'all for sharing again. Thank you
Yes.
for laughing with us. You know, this whole thing came about on just wanting to remove shame from feeling like an idiot, okay? Because these men will have you feeling embarrassed.
Yo.
Not just men, it's men and women.
Theys and thems.
Theys and thems will be having you feeling embarrassed.
Yeah.
And you know something that I have taken into my 2023? I will never be embarrassed of someone else's actions.
That's right. That's a word for somebody.
That's right.
That's a word for somebody.
Because people make us feel silly. Is it my fault I had faith in humanity? Is it my fault that I expect someone to be a good human?
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
be embarrassed.
Not at all.
Laugh.
Yeah. Laugh and live free.
Don't tweet about it. Write in your diary. Just kidding. Which brings us to your red flag.
Yes.
It's not my red flag.
Not at all.
And my red flag,
Uh-huh.
not always your red flag. And our red flag is not their red flag.
Uh-huh.
So, this week's flagometer, and this is where York gives us a range, because how red is red? You know, when you're going through something, you're like, I know it's a red flag, but I don't know how red is red. And
Do you need to move on it or not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't believe all red flags were made equal.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We give grace, too much grace. But anyway, so York is going to give us a little flagometer on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
On a scale of pink to red. Boom. With an
right.
example.
So, this week, the pink flag, the one, it's toddler pink eye pink.
Oh my God. Pink eye grosses me out.
It's very disgusting,
Okay.
but it's a very specific color
Okay.
that I think lends itself to the lighter end of
Yeah.
the spectrum. And the example for this week, you've met a young man.
Okay.
He's hyping you up. He's so excited to ask you out.
Real quick.
Yes.
I feel like you be using young man a lot, and I need the people to know he not dating too young of a man, okay? Before and at some big age you're going to have to retire this young man thing. Because you can't be 50 talking about the young man I'm dating, okay? I'm just letting you know you have a few years.
Yes, you're right. You're
Okay,
right.
but for now.
At some point it'll be weird.
For now.
Young man is a general term for gentleman caller.
Okay.
You know, somebody who is making the approach. It's not age specific. Anybody. I'm an old soul, so that's why
Yeah, you're 65.
young young man. Anywho, there's a young man who's making his approach. Very excited to talk to you, to ask you out, hyping you up. Thinks you're incredible and really wants to, get the chance to get to know you. And he wants to take you to dinner. So he picks you up. You don't know where you're going. It's a surprise. He picks you up and you pull up to the Olive Garden. That to me is a pink flag.
Why?
You don't think Olive Garden is a pink flag? Okay.
I don't. This is where I keep saying we have to be specific.
Listen, let's get into it.
Am I turned off? Am I a little disappointed? The thing is, Olive Garden just has a spirit of sadness.
And
It's not.
And you taking the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
But is it a pink flag?
Yes.
Maybe that's his favorite restaurant.
Absolutely not. Okay, listen. It's not even about money. If it's your favorite restaurant, you have to say that ahead of time.
Okay, like
Because
grandma used to take me here.
yes, then I understand it. And even then, save it for when we're in a relationship. Because Olive Garden has a spirit of sadness.
Funny thing is, you know who took me to Olive Garden? York Walker took me to
First
Olive
of all,
Garden.
we went to Olive Garden as an experience because you had never been, and I felt like you should experience it. But and having experienced it, does it not have a spirit of sadness?
You know, it's less about the place and more about who it attracts. They all seem sad to be there.
Yes. And there's a whole group. It's Olive Garden, Applebee's, Chili's, Fridays. They all have this similar Fridays is sad.
I met a man at Fridays once. But
How
I was
old
young.
were you?
I was very young.
Okay,
Yeah.
When I'm talking about these things, I'm talking about grown individuals.
Yeah.
I am in my mid-30s.
Okay.
If a young man listen, if I would again, when I first came out, fresh on the scene, took me to Olive Garden, I might have been like, but here we are, we're broke. But now at this big age, it's
but what is it? Okay, I hear that it's a turnoff. I'm with you. But what is the flag? Because the flag is, friend, watch out. Is the flag that this is your life and every Sunday you have to be at Olive Garden? Or
the flag to me is you've hyped up how much you want to see me and want to get to know me.
yeah.
And that you've hyped up that this is important to you, that this is a big thing. And then to bring me to Olive Garden, it contradicts what you said. Because what you said was you wanted to get to know me, you're excited, you want to take me out, you want to get to know me. And then to bring me to Olive Garden as opposed to coming up with like a creative day. It is not even about money. Like going to do something that's
Go
cheap.
feed the ducks.
Go feed the duck, go on a walk, go on.
yeah.
I even like coffee dates.
Yeah.
It's just about creating an atmosphere for the relationship to blossom in a put the seed in some ground that's fertile.
Well, there goes Olive Garden trying to sponsor. We are never gonna have sponsors at this podcast. Okay, I mean? No, I see what you're saying. And you know what? This is a question I'm gonna ask later on about like, are there red flags that are specific to you that aren't necessarily like someone else would be like, okay. I have a friend who'd be like, that was weird, but okay. Anyway.
My
okay,
best
I'm with you.
friend, Manny, I asked him this question years ago, and he thought I was crazy because I was like, Olive Garden is not a great first date. And he was like, ain't nothing wrong with Olive Garden. And I'm like, there isn't anything wrong with Olive Garden.
It just, my problem with Olive Garden, as I was saying, is the people it attracts are just, they seem sad. But they seem happy to be there. Which just brings up even more sadness in me. Yeah. And then I'm like, is this, I think in metaphor. I'm like, is this a metaphor for our relationship?
For your life.
Unlimited bread. And salad? And salad with the croutons. Anyway, okay, cool.
Okay.
Great pink flag.
That's for me.
And I think pink eye pink is a good.
Yeah. For the red flag this week, we're going lobster red.
Oh, okay.
Very bright.
Yes,
You're not getting it at Olive Garden.
Yeah. Red Lobster, maybe.
Which is also in that group.
No, I think you can take me. No,
Kimmy,
no. Red Lobster.
Kimmy.
I disagree.
Kimmy.
I disagree.
You trying to tell me right now, if a young man hyped you up and was excited to get to know you, and was like, I just think you are so wonderful. Let's get to know each other. And picked you up and didn't tell you where you were going. And you pull up to a Red Lobster. You not going to, that's not.
See, my issue is the not telling me where we're going because I'm a dress. I know I don't look like, I know I show up to this podcast looking real homely. But if I need to dress up, like I told y'all, a proud member of the Sevens, I can dip up. So don't make me dip up. Dip up is opposition.
Bump up?
Don't make me bump up and then we're at Red Lobster. But if you're like, you want to go to Red Lobster? I'll be like, okay.
See, but that's my thing. It's the expectations that have been
Okay.
set.
Yeah, because I don't want to show up to Red Lobster in my finest.
Yeah, it doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
No.
Anyway, Lobster Red.
Okay.
You're with a white young man
Okay.
in this scenario.
Okay.
You've been on 3 dates. On the 3rd date, it's going well. You go back to his place for another drink,
Yeah.
perhaps. You go back to his place, and you go into his room while he's in the bathroom, and there's a Confederate flag above the bed.
Oh. I'm out.
Mm,
I'm
mm,
out. Yeah.
mm.
That's, first of all, I'm scared. First of all, I'm texting you and being like, York, come rescue me. I would feel like it's some dumber shit. Like, I'd be like, oh,
No,
he finds black women and
now is this I feel amongst black people, this is like a universal sign of like racism.
I feel like even like my white female friends would be like, I don't know. None of my white friends that are just
Okay.
gonna walk in and see that. I think my white friends would be like, hey, you are the people giving us a bad rep, okay? And I got to go.
Okay, what about
Yeah.
this? What if it wasn't?
Because also something you need to know. As a black chick, when you're dating a white man, Carrie, remember Carrie Cadet? And in her stand-up, she's like, yo, when you're dating a white man, you always have to introduce like, he's great, he's so wonderful, he's so wonderful. Because there's already that like, you want to be like, this man is
Yeah.
different, okay? Now there's a Confederate flag. No.
Okay, now
No.
but what if it wasn't Confederate, it was American?
Ooh, I see. This is actually better.
I was going for the reddest of red.
Yes.
But this is more realistic.
Because the Confederate flag it's not even a flag. I'm just out. I'm like, you're gonna murder me.
Yeah.
The American flag. Hey, listen, I just became a citizen a month ago. I would be grateful, my fellow American brethren. You're not about to take away the citizenship from me.
Listen, I will speak
York.
on it.
Okay, you speak on it.
I have
They can take away mine.
born here and over it. There's no reason for anyone in this country to love this country that much to put the flag up over their bed. There's no reason. For me, if you got the American flag over your bed, it means that you're one of those people who are like, America till I die. It just like, there's too much fucked up with this country for you to love it that much. To put some shit over, to put the effort to get whatever thumbtacks you didn't attach this flag to your wall.
Not the
It's too much.
When we used to do Lyft, York and I used to do Lyft.
Rough
When I
times.
used to pull up to a house with an American flag,
Yeah.
I would say a prayer.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I know who's about to be in this
Yeah.
car.
They're very specific.
Yeah, very. Okay, those are great red flags.
Yeah. So that's the red flag of the week.
Okay, so I'm going to share a red flag. This is the part where I share a red flag from my life. York puts it in the flagometer. So, York is part of this story. So I'm going to just say to York, and you're going to tell me where, at the time when this happened, where you think this red flag sat.
Okay.
So, remember I went on a date. Fine, man.
Okay.
I even had to go to the bathroom to text York. Rewind. I met this man on a dating app, but because York had told me to be on this dating app for a month. And then after a month, I deleted it. And so this person texted me and was like, yo, we met on the dating app, gave me a number, can I take you out for dinner? So I actually had no idea how he looked because I was like, can't remember, but I know I wouldn't give my number out
Which just
to someone else.
free game on the dating apps. Screenshot pictures. You should be screenshotting pictures anyway to send to your friends in the conversations, but screenshot the pictures so in case you jump off, you know what the name is and the picture associated. Anyway, continue.
I just didn't have hope for the dating apps at that time. So I was just like, meh. So I'm really showing up not knowing what this man's going to look like.
Right.
And then he comes looking like God sent him himself. Okay. I literally go to the bathroom and I'm like, York, oh my God, this man is fine. Okay. We have a lovely, lovely date.
Uh-huh.
I come home and I'm like, York, whew, I can't even Instagram stalk him for you because I only have his first name.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Investigator over here is like, give me his number. Check, is this him? The picture that he pulled up was a mugshot. Okay. Which I found a little rude. Because then I'm in this awkward position. I was like, yes, that is him.
Oh, God.
So as me and York are talking, I'm like, what?
Ooh.
A mugshot? As me and York are talking, I'm like, maybe let me find out. America, the prison system. York's like, oh, is this him? Mugshot number 2. Mugshot number 2.
Uh-huh. What a night.
What a night and a roller coaster for me.
It was.
Where did you think that sat in your flagometer?
Oh, looking back, first I want to apologize. I want to apologize for being so quick with it. As you tell the story now, I probably could have let us go to sleep, let you have the joy for the night.
You could have started with a different picture. 'Cause I know you saw other photos. You just started strong and you said, is this him? And I had to be like, do I say that is him? No, I'm kidding. It was actually quite funny. Because the funniest part was me trying to say like, oh, the American system. And then you're like, boom, is this him again? I was like,
another
oh
one.
my gosh.
Okay. The first one was probably closer to pink. Here's the thing. Even in the mugshot, that man was fucking fine.
Fine.
Like, and this is the thing about red flags. When you get distracted by the face and or the body.
That's why I was here to protest America's prison system.
It is so easy to be bamboozled by the fineness.
And that I was.
And so the second one came up, and then it was like, all right, we've moved more into a peach.
There's a third part to the story, because now I just remembered. Because then I was like, maybe it was for York's like domestic abuse. I said, Jesus.
The access to the internet is really fucking up our dating lives.
But you're incredibly amazing at stalking. But
Thank
anyway,
you.
so by the time we went to sleep,
Yeah.
it was the reddest.
Because he was fine, no. It still was a little pink. We hadn't gotten to lobster yet.
Yeah.
It was still a little light red.
Do you remember I asked him about it? And you were like, Kemi.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, randomly, I was like, have you ever been to jail? I do this thing if I want information from you, I'm like, let's play a game. You ask me 3 random questions, and I ask you 3 random questions.
Knowing full well.
And one of those 3 random questions is not so random. So, have you ever been to jail? And he only admitted to the one time. And I was like,
Now, is that a red flag?
Him going to jail?
No, him admitting to only one of the 2.
It is. It is a red flag.
And the 2 is the only one I could find.
Yeah.
Not saying that there's more. Not saying that there's more. That may have been it. But once you get to 2, it's like...
No, I thought it was a red flag. I thought it was a red flag.
Okay.
Yeah. We're still friends, though. Shame if you're listening.
Yeah, he's lovely.
He don't even know that I know. Well, now you're gonna know it's you who.
Listen,
Well,
I have to investigate.
yeah,
Listen, I can't
for
have
the
no.
safety
Yeah, I
of your
can't have my
friend.
friend in no
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. Shame.
Um,
God bless him.
so something is coming up for me this week. The podcast came out when we were talking about the thick Spider-Man.
Yes.
Someone we were talking about thick Spider-Man and his cakes and all that. Someone slid into my DMs that I didn't know and said, "Where can we find your cakes in the wild?"
Okay. I love that you are getting fans sliding in your DM from this podcast. I'm getting nothing
I don't.
but women crying out for help.
First of all, I don't know. This is the first and only time that this has happened.
Okay.
But it made me wonder, the DM approach. Is a DM approach on its own a red flag?
No, please approach me in my DMs. Please.
And if not, is there a certain way to go about it that is more that could lead to like a serious
No,
thing?
shoot your shot.
Is there Kimmy?
No, I'm being serious. I find nothing red flaggish about a DM approach.
But see, but what he said, where can I find your cakes in the wild? To me,
That man not trying to date you. You're trying to,
trying to
fuck. So the thing is,
okay.
he's making it clear what he wants. And that's okay.
Oh,
Yeah, because I already know this man's not fine by the way you're responding. Because I feel like,
that's not. To be fair, he's too young. But uh wow.
no, because no, because I feel like if someone fine, let's say, was like, I'll use all 3 condoms on you based on my on based on the first podcast episode, and they're fine, I'd be like, they're not trying to date me, they're trying to have sex, and that's okay.
Okay. I'm pulling from a friend now.
Okay.
They slid in someone's DMs
Okay.
and asked them on a very nice date. It wasn't on no slick shit. It was like, I'd like to take you out. I think you're really cool. And the person responded at 3 a.m. because he sent the message at 3 a.m. And so I was like, is there a time like thing? Like if you're trying to be serious and really date someone and you come slide in the DMs after 10, 11, does it indicate something? Like, is the time a red
Yeah.
flag?
I've seen a lot of people talk about this. I personally don't mind time unless it's consistent. Like if you're not replying me until 2 a.m., I'm like, you're trying to beat off or
Yeah.
something, But like yesterday, I slept at 3 a.m. because I was working. And so if I was to scroll Instagram, it's not because I'm like doing anything shady. It's just that I finished work at 3 a.m. It just so happened. But do you know what I mean? I don't find time and I don't find DMs because I think I actually would rather meet someone in the DMs than on an app.
Really?
Yeah, I actually think your social media will share more information about you than a dating app. Because I think the information you put on a dating app is specifically curated for a lover versus like your social media is curated for friends and people who actually know you. So
Yeah.
yes, there are people who lie on their social media for sure. But generally we're like, oh, looking at you like, now sis, we know you not, But on a dating app, it's so curated
Yeah.
for that I'd rather see you on a bigger... this brings me to a specific question. Someone with no social media, is that a red flag?
That's interesting because I've heard both things. I've heard people be like, "Oh, I love it because you're not into this foolishness. You're like very, you're real. You're not, you're in the real world. You're not on the internet." But as someone who likes to stalk, I need you to have some sort of social media footprint for me to be able to investigate. Because there are things I can spot red flags early if you have some sort of social media
Yeah.
footprint.
Which is why I think
Yeah.
they don't have social media. I actually think it's a red flag for me.
Interesting.
And it's a pink flag rather. Because every idiotic man I know does not have social media. And they don't want to be caught.
Yeah.
They either don't have social media or they don't post a lot.
Yeah.
And the worst is someone who does not post a lot, but let me not say doesn't post a lot, but like someone who pretends that they're not into social media,
Yeah.
but they're very active.
Yeah.
Like I dated someone who like, oh, I don't really like, but he was always on social media.
Yeah.
Always. There's something off. What are you hiding?
Yeah.
And I'm not someone who shares everything. As much as people think I share a lot, I'm actually very private.
Same.
You won't actually know what I'm going through if you just look at social media.
Yeah.
But I'm also not hiding.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, most of these men that I know that are like very, very, very like complex and like have multiple women, they're not on social media. Because I do think it makes it easier for you to get caught.
Yeah.
Because people tag you when they know you're on social media.
Yeah.
I've never bought into the mystery of it all.
Interesting. You know, I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you when you're right.
You listen. But I won't not date you. But you know, okay, let's break this down. It has to match, okay? I feel like if you don't have social media, but I meet you and I can tell you're kind of like, oh, I'm an artist, and like you're very like, I don't watch TV because if the information is adding up.
Yeah.
But if you're a city boy and you're not on social media, I'm like, Jack,
Something's off.
something is off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Next question, social media. I have a lot of social media questions.
Okay.
It's Trixie, yeah?
Uh-huh.
If your partner does not post you, is that a red flag?
For me,
Yes.
I think it depends on where we are in the relationship.
It's been a year.
Now when we say post, are we talking about story? We talking about
Story. We can go story because I will never post you on my grid.
Yeah, that's what I was like, I'm not posting nobody.
It's too much to delete you.
You know what? I think it what?
You know my once upon a time ex. Okay? This is the cruelest thing someone has done to me. Okay, not the cruelest, but it was one of the top 5 coolest things he did. He had posted me on his social media.
Uh-huh.
We broke up maybe like 2 months before my birthday. He deleted me on my birthday.
Wow.
And you know that moment of like, I'm still on the page. I'm still on the page. You go check. It's not even hope. It's just like, okay.
It's just the final
It's
nail
just
in the
like
coffin.
a final nail. Why
Yeah.
must you do it on my birthday?
That's disrespectful.
It was very disrespectful.
Yeah.
And then he had texted me happy birthday. And I wanted to be like, could you not have deleted this on August 24th? And it's just so...
It's very strong.
It's such a strong choice.
Yeah.
Anyway, God bless him.
Well, for me, posting on the story, it depends on if I can tell that you are purposely creating situations where you're avoiding posting. If we're at a concert and you got your phone out and then you go over my head to like not post, or we're at dinner and you like focusing on your plate so you don't want people to know that you're with somebody else, that's when it's like weird to me. And then I feel like you're hiding me. And then it's like, okay, so why is it that are you hiding? Do you not want me to be on your story because you have someone else that would feel some type of way about it?
Yeah.
Are you private? Like that's when we have to have a conversation about it.
Yeah. Because I'm a big fan of not posting.
Yeah.
I just don't like people in my business.
Same.
And I'm also just like, me, the thing is, y'all who post your relationships, shout out to you. But when you break up, please don't forget you owe us part 2 of the story.
We want to know what happened.
I'm a writer. You can't just leave me. And then you were there showing us love is real, is so nice. Okay, tell us what happened.
Yeah, we were there for the dating.
We clicked like and subscribe.
That's right.
And now all of a sudden, you posting quotes about me. Okay, sis, but explain. Explain to us. Oh, respect our privacy. Did you respect my privacy?
No.
When I was laying down alone with Afro in my room and feeling like I didn't have love. Did you respect my privacy then?
That's right.
Tell us the story, sis.
That's right.
Where did the post go?
Yep. Yeah. I don't believe a posting. I just feel like if it's something where you're being weird about it,
Yeah.
that's when I have an issue.
Like, don't post me.
Yeah, don't that to me is a red flag. If you say don't post me, then I'm like, why?
Yeah. I just don't like people in my business. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to be hidden.
It's the Leo. It's the Leo.
I don't like to
This
be
is the
hidden.
Leo. Okay, question that I have.
Uh-huh.
What are some red flags that you've seen within yourself? Like if you were dating you, what is, you know what? We don't have to go into all of them. What is one red flag?
All of them?
I didn't mean it like that. What is one red flag that you've seen within yourself? I'll answer, so feel free to get vulnerable.
This is hard. I mean, it's it's interesting because I don't actually really think about this, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I have some red flags, and I'm sure people that I've dated will be able to point them out. But you know, in my head, it's because I truly try to do my best.
Yeah.
But I will say a red flag for me is how quickly I decide that I want to be with someone. I would say is a red flag.
Yeah. We share that, I think. I can, if you just look at me the right way, I can fall in love.
Absolutely.
But to defend us a little bit,
Okay, please do.
I think we're trained as actors to create fast chemistry. And like, think about at school, we had to create chemistry with people, it was a tough time to be convincing our teachers that we're in love with this person we cannot stand.
It's true.
And even auditions. Like, I remember back when I was like auditioning many years ago,
Yeah.
like you'd meet your scene partner outside the thing, and now I'm supposed to like, so you're looking for cues, like what
Yes. What
because
can I
many
tap
people
into?
think acting is acting. It's actually real. So I'm like, what can I tap into? So I think that's why if y'all have never dated an actor, your life will be ruined. But
Good
my
luck.
God,
Yeah,
it's so intense,
it is.
especially when two actors get together. A lot of like my favorite short-term relationships have been with actors because it's the two of us who understand how easy it is to, this is a weird, who understand how easy it is to connect. And so it's
Yeah.
just like, boom, but just as fast.
That's one of my
It
biggest
goes boom.
regrets is that I've never had a showmance
Ever.
ever. I've never been in a cast. This is gonna sound shady, but I don't think I've ever been in a cast where there's been someone where I've been like, "Ooh, that's somebody that I would be interested in."
My favorite ex is from a showmance.
You have you have a beautiful love story from a showmance that I'm quite jealous of.
Yeah, it was a beautiful showmance.
But yeah, I not the giggle. Flashbacks.
I did have a flashback, you know. God. What's our time, Aaron? We got 37. Okay, we got 13 minutes.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yes.
This is inspired by Love is Blind.
Oh,
I don't know if the
Lordy.
people are out there watching Love is Blind season 4, but it is fantastic television.
Yeah.
Tune in, folks. Tune in.
I learned a lot of storytelling devices from them.
Absolutely, and it is a case study in red flags.
100%.
Yeah.
Talk about people falling in love fast. Quick summary for those who don't watch, which
Yes.
why are you not watching?
Yeah.
They get these people, they're in these pods, they can't see each other. And for 10 days, they're just talking, basically not knowing who they are, but just voices. And then you have to propose, if not have to. If you make a connection, you propose without having seen the person. And then the next, when you see each other, you have 2 weeks before you get married.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I think going on that show might even be a red flag.
Yeah.
Because why are you so interested in getting married so fast?
It feels desperate, but I also understand it
Yeah.
because
But there's some, like, we have a friend we really want to go on it because
Yeah.
we think she'd thrive.
yeah,
Yeah, she'd be wonderful on it.
she'd be fantastic.
She'd be, and I think she'd find real love.
Yeah.
Okay, question.
So my question is, on the show, there was a young man who
Who?
was it? Zach.
Oh, Lordy.
Zach was dating
Irina.
Irina and Bliss at the same time.
Yes.
In the pods. He decided to choose Irina. He proposed to her. They went off.
Yeah.
He realized he made the wrong decision. Breaks up with her and then goes to Bliss, who he was also dating in the pods but didn't propose to. Finds
Yeah.
her in the outside world and starts dating her and then proposes to her. And she says yes. My question is, if you were in a situation where, you know, you're dating and the person that you're dating is also dating multiple people, and he says, I have a really strong connection with this other person. I'm going to go pursue that. Thank you so much. I really like you, but I'm going to pursue that. They go pursue that. 2 weeks later, they come back to you and they say, that thing didn't work out. I'd really like to start dating you. Is that something that you could do?
I could do it. I'm not going to not do it, but it would be hard.
Really?
And just let me tell you what I prefer about that situation is to compare the two Love is Blind seasons. Is that Zach went and tried and it failed on both accounts. And he came to the decision, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
Jared from last season proposed to someone. She said no. And then he proposed to Ariana. Was that her name?
Ayana?
Ayana.
Yeah.
That situation is more tricksy for me because you're coming to me not because you recognized it wasn't working. You're coming to me because they told you, "Mwah,
Right.
no, it's
Yeah.
not." You know what I mean? It's just like, I would struggle. For me, there's something about you've recognized it. That said, as someone who has dated someone and they had gotten out of a relationship within like 4 months, it comes with a lot.
It does.
It comes with so much,
Yeah.
even if they like you and even if they think you're the right choice. Because a lot of them choosing you, not always, but a lot of the times, is how you're doing the things that other person didn't do. And so he would compliment me a lot, like, you see, with you, da da da. And I'm like, that's not the compliment, because I don't want to be
Compared.
compared, even if it's like,
A
you
good
know?
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I would try. If I hate, this is why I have experienced so many red flags. I hate having what ifs in my life.
Yes.
And so even though Bliss, I'm like, sis, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I understand needing
To see it through.
to see it through.
Yeah.
So that you're not like, what if, and especially with a social experiment like that, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. You kind of got nothing to lose. For me, it would be rough. It would be rough. Because to me, and this may be childish,
Go ahead.
but you dated me and this other nigga, and now all of a sudden you've realized how amazing I am, and you want to come back because the other thing didn't work out.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like second choice. To me,
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
my husband is choosing me no matter who's in the room. Now, that might be romantic, highfalutin foolishness. But that's how
Yeah.
I want to feel in my relationship. And if you leave to go be with someone else and then come back, I'm always going to be in the back of my mind feel like I was your second choice.
But
that I
isn't
was
that
the
all of
fallback.
dating? Aren't we all like
Somebody's second choice?
the second choice? Like you're kind of dating someone because another thing didn't work out. And I know a lot of like great love stories whereby the guy or the girl was dating two people, didn't work back, came back.
if listen, if you come back, this guy put some space,
Yeah, there needs to be space.
put some years,
There needs to
live
be
some
space.
life. Come,
Yeah.
because I need to,
Yeah, yeah.
and hope I'm still available. Pray,
Yeah.
because I don't know. I just don't. I think it would keep me up at night.
Yeah, and you also just never know if they're actually over the person.
Yeah,
And I hate that feeling.
yeah.
I hate that feeling.
I don't trust
Because
it.
I think no matter whether you know something's not working or not, like I was in a relationship and when I left I was very okay to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Like had no pining for the person.
Yeah.
But I still always make sure to have space so that in case there are some attachments or whatever, like I need to release that.
Yeah.
So that I'm not dating in reaction to that person.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, let's go to the Instagrams.
Okay.
Okay. And this is a question we asked about red flags in your friendships, in your friends' relationships. Okay.
Okay.
Just like the way York pulled up a mugshot.
It saved you a lot of grief. Did it not?
I just think we could have waited a day. I could have had my lovely date. Oh, he was fine anyway.
Fine as hell.
Coercive control. A boyfriend offering to pay you not to go on a girls' trip.
Oh. Ooh.
On one hand, I'm like,
How
easiest money I got.
much? How much?
Let's say $500.
No, that's not enough.
1,000.
$1,000 not to go on. How long is the trip?
5 days.
Make it 1,500. I
He's
might consider.
he's like, I want to spend time with Kemi. I know y'all got something planned. Can I go spend time? I'll pay you not to go.
Wait, this is the boyfriend paying the friend?
Yes.
That's weird.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, I think it's lobster red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's a kind control.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
I'm
And
gonna give you something to.
I think men, especially with heterosexual couples, they don't like certain women friends. And I am one of those friends that like a lot of men don't like me being friends with their girlfriends.
Why?
Firstly, they're like, that chick's been single. Hey, she's just gonna preach you. They're like, that chick's gonna preach to you the choir being single. But I think like, and yet there's some like I have friends who like their men I love.
Yeah.
And actually it's a clue, but like a lot of times, especially if you're close, their boyfriends don't like me because I think it's this thing of you're not sexing me up, so you can't pull your Jedi mind tricks on me, okay?
Yeah.
And I also think that a superpower I have is that I could really just connect and see bullshit in other people's relationships, not my own. I don't know why God did that trick to me, but
It's a curse.
yeah. It's a funny, funny curse. So I
Yeah.
think like sometimes like men will try and like inch you out.
I also think that there can also be a jealousy of the closeness that you
Yeah.
have with your friends.
Oh yeah.
And that starts to come out. And this is another thing. Like, I think at some point we should talk about first lady and all of that. But like when you have a really, really, really close friend,
Oh yeah.
I think people are intimidated by it. And especially if they don't have somebody that fills that space in their life, it's hard for them to imagine why you have someone in your life that's not your partner that's that close to you.
And also it's like time, like with Iman, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make that girl laugh in a way you never gonna make
Exactly.
her laugh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah. It's just
And
different.
I find it attractive when men have like that tight friend, like
Yeah.
that they have that friend who makes them laugh in a way that I can't.
Yeah.
Because I actually, that is very, talk about, let's jump to green flag.
Yeah.
A green flag is if you have a super, super tight best friend.
Yeah.
Because that shows that you have someone in your life that's seen you through all seasons and still thinks you're a cool motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because Iman has seen me through all versions of myself. And like she has seen me through like great times.
Yeah.
She has seen me when I haven't been my best and she still stuck it out, which shows I'm funny. Okay. You know, and
Yeah.
like I think men do get intimidated by that because they're like, oh, we don't have that closeness. I'm like, bruh, you've been here for 2 years. I've been here for longer, and it's okay. And you should have that. You should have a friend like that.
Yeah, and I think what makes it more complicated is in gay relationships or gay relationships where your best friend or first lady is a man.
Yeah.
Because then you have that closeness and that laughter and thing, and it's like, I feel like, is there something going on there? Why aren't y'all together?
Yeah.
It's like people automatically assume that the person that you're closest with should be your husband. It's like,
Yeah.
actually, no. Like, he doesn't fit that space in my life,
Yeah.
but like, is like the closest person that I know.
That just made me realize if you were dating a woman, I don't think we'd be as close as we are because I would give some distance out of respect for her. Because I think it is like I have another close guy friend, and when he's in a relationship, I take a
Yeah.
respectful, because I don't want the chick to ever think,
Yeah.
last one. Oh, I died at this. Someone's red flag was he's a pastor. I'm like, what?
That's hilarious. But also true.
Oh, okay. Last red flag. Is this a red flag? He told me he still loves his wife, but they're in different rooms and they are separated, and it's a platonic love.
What?
You're dating someone,
No.
they're separated, and they still live in the same home. Let's say for the kids.
No.
You're not doing it? Oh no.
It's too much. It's too much. It's
I'm
too
not
much for
doing
me.
it.
I'm tired already. I'm tired listening to it. I don't want to. You have to imagine walking into that house. The kids looking at you funny. She's looking at you funny.
I'm not going in that house.
And I don't want to have to do all of that negotiating.
Yeah.
To where spaces I'm allowed and where I'm not is going to be weird. It's too much. Handle that. Find you an apartment.
Yeah.
And then we can have a conversation. It's a
Yeah.
lot. I'm tired.
Yeah, I can't. I think that is a red lobster red.
Yeah. That's a lot going on.
All right. So what's your green flag of the week before we end this?
Real quick. Reliability.
Oh, okay. Is this the green flag?
This is my green flag.
Oh, okay.
My green flag is reliability. Somebody that has follow through.
Oof.
And can will say that they're going to do something and will do it.
Yeah.
And you can depend on them. And if they can't do something, they communicate that. It's just that to me is such an indication of respect and love. And if you have that for free, green flag all day.
I love that. Follow through. And I always tell people my dad is the biggest person who follow through. Like, if my dad says he's going to do something, I know he's going to do it. So much so that, like, it used to irritate me when I would ask him and he would be like, I'll see. And I'm like, oh, why
that
can't
means
you?
no.
Yeah, why can't you just say you'll do it? Because he's very much like, no, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And follow through is a really hard thing for a lot of people, not just like lovers, like friends or whatever. I just don't tell me you're gonna do something if you're not.
Yep.
Green flag.
That's it.
What's my green flag of the week? Whew. You think I? Oh, this is very silly, but it's true. Seeing if I get home after a date. I know it's so old school.
That's not silly at all. That is not silly at all.
I once told this man. He was like, "Why did you stop?" I was like, "You didn't check that I got home."
Yeah.
You know, my friend, who's also my colleague, will be like, okay, he had a problem with me talking about paying on the first date. Because he said, what do you say? If you're looking for a partner, don't act like a dependent. Remember?
It's strong statements.
He's so strong with it.
Statements.
He's very rude to me, but I love him. Red flag. No, but he was like, you can't be looking for a partner if you're acting like a dependent. And I'm still thinking about my comeback to him. I'm a comeback. But I'm sure he may feel the same way about me being like, why should you be checked on? Are you a kid?
No. But that's just it's just being considerate.
It is,
and it's so simple. It's like it's 2 seconds to send a text. Hey, did you get?
Make sure I got home.
It's a small thing.
I hate it when people don't do it. So that when I get it, to me, it's a green flag. It shows you're considerate. It shows there's a gentleman. I love gentlemen. And it also shows, it's also a chance for you to say like, oh, I had a good time.
Yeah. It closes. It's like it closes the chapter on the date.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm like, so you just don't care if I die.
I could have been abducted on the way home.
You don't care.
You don't care.
You don't care.
So
that investment in that date meant nothing to you.
Olive Garden meant nothing to you.
No. I hope you take someone to Olive Garden, and I hope York's next boo. I hope you listening to this. Take this man to Olive Garden.
Listen, let me just not to say that anyone under the sound of our voice is interested in either one of us.
Yeah.
But we're giving you the blueprint.
Yeah,
So not only us, but several
to
people.
Slide in my DMs, okay? I don't know how else to say this, okay? Slide in my DMs. I'm not doing the apps. I refuse to do the apps, okay? You had the blueprint. I'm telling you, green flag, green flag. Come on.
Yeah. The doors to the church are open.
The doors. I was about to say something else. Open.
Okay.
All right.
No,
Good
that
night.
note. Bye.
Like and subscribe. Bye.